I'm Noelle Gilzow. I'm president for CMNEA, that's Columbia, Missouri NEA. We don't do things halfway here. When we jump on board, we get it done. So we agreed that we should do that. And it just so happened that it fell right at a time when we were preparing a transition in our superintendents. Our previous superintendent left in December, and the new one wouldn't be starting until June. So we had an interim for about 6 months. And it was just a perfect time to get baseline data on working conditions for our new superintendent to have to kind of work from and try to improve from that baseline. So the stars really just aligned and allowed us to do this and use it in a way that would be practical for the administration and for us and for MNEA. We had some conversations. We kind of prepared what we were going to survey about and how that was going to go. And we kind of walked them through the process of the timeline in terms of like, when would the survey be out? When would that data be quantified and analyzed? When would the listening sessions occur, and kind of the strategy for accomplishing that and getting a more qualitative summary of that data, and then kind of the full report and how that would roll out and what the district would be able to do with that information. So that was kind of the before and the prep work. Then we got to work at getting the survey worded the way we wanted it and ready to go. And then we had to find 3 different locations, but that preparation took a couple of weeks, and then we got that squared away. And as I recall, the survey went out in mid-January, and then in the last week and a half or so of January is when we held the listening sessions, and then the data was compiled. And I think I had eyes on it before spring break, but then we shared it with the district in April. I felt like it was a very light lift in terms of doing that. It was so well coordinated from the people at MNEA and our third-party administrator that helped us with it, that I did not feel like I was, like trying to steer a big ship or anything. It worked kind of seamlessly on its own. The biggest part I had to do as a local leader was beforehand and then afterwards in kind of sharing the results and talking with the board at a board work session about the data before it became fully public, and answering questions and things like that. But really, it was something I think every district should do, because I think it's really good information. And whether or not you have a new superintendent, I would argue that every superintendent claims that they want to see improvement. And so you have to know where you are in order to project and to make an improvement. So I think this would be a really good way to do that. And it takes having really good relationships between the union and the leaders in your district. But if you have that, then this should be a no-brainer, honestly. I think that's really, really great that something we did is getting attention among even people who aren't members. And I think it's going to help inform us in our bargaining process as well. I would say talk to your district administration first, because it's better if you can do it as a partnership with the district. If they are unfriendly to the idea because they're worried, there's no saying you can't do it anyway. It's like you can tell them, you can do this the easy way and we can talk about the data and try to improve conditions here as a team, or we can do it the hard way and the union is going to look at this data and figure out some of the weak points. And then you have an egg on your face because you didn't partner with us when we were trying to partner with you to work and collaborate on improving conditions across the district.